What's up, everybody? So you're thinking about moving to Kyle, Texas. You may have seen our last video and thought, I want to know a little bit more. Or maybe you're looking in the South Austin area and you're trying to figure out which suburb you should buy your home in. Well, in this video, we're going to be telling you about the pros and cons of Kyle, Texas. So if you want to know more, stay tuned.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Wayne. This is Jay with the Brandis Properties Group. We're the both licensed agents here in the state of Texas, and we love making these videos for you guys. But what we love more is for you to reach out to us, call, text, or email. We're the guys that are answering to the text.
If you guys could, please subscribe, hit that little thumbs up, so that way we can get some likes and grow this channel, get this information out in front of some other people that it might help. And if you feel so inclined, hit that little notification bell so you'll be notified when we release our next videos. That being said, let's get this thing going. What do you think, Wayne? What do you think is pro number one for living in Kyle?
I would say growth. It's a developing city. It's grown a lot in the past 10 years. Many people tell me, man, this used to all be hay fields, farmland, this and that. So I'm excited to see what is to come in the next 10 years. But with growth,
flip side, guys, with growth comes a lot of construction. Excuse me. If you guys are the type that don't like the construction noises, or you don't like the traffic that can back up with road build outs and things of that nature, Kyle may not be the place for you just yet. You may want to give it a few years till it gets some of this stuff built out and more established and ready to go.
Yeah, they're extending I-35 right now as we speak, and every day the 2-lane turns into a 1-lane, which is slows you down, and traffic just gets backed up.
And that can be rough, guys. That's one of the main ways to get in and out of Austin if you're working there. Yeah, that could definitely be rough. One of the other things with the growth that I would say you need to consider is schools. As they build more schools, boundary lines are going to change. You could move your family there, and your kids could end up attending a different school every year or every 2 years, and you're just bouncing all around. There's no stability with it until it's already completed and built out.
Yeah.
Alright guys, Another pro for living in Kyle is going to be the affordability of housing. Right now, Kyle is very, 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 very affordable.
Compared to Austin.
Yeah, compared to Austin and some of the surrounding cities. What would you say the average?
Average in the threes right now. 300
So
range.
like 300 range. And we always kind of guesstimate these guys because the way the market's been lately is that it went crazy for a while, as some of you might know. So the prices have gone up a little bit. So it's just now starting to kind of catch up with itself and balance out a little bit. And when we're kind of tracking these things, we've been waiting for these new home sales prices to come into our MLS so we can kind of balance it out and make sure we're giving you the right information. So you're looking at about 300,000 for average, which is really, really, really good considering you're 20 miles out of Austin and you're also close to San Antonio. Okay. Now on the flip side, here's the con. If you are going to be working in North Austin, so say you're going to work at Apple when they finish their $1 billion campus, or you're somewhere up in that Georgetown, Round Rock area for work, you're adding a lot of drive time to your commute just for living in South Austin, because you're having to go through downtown traffic to get to South Austin. And like Wayne was saying earlier, he told me earlier that it's almost like an hour commute to get to North Austin. So that's something to consider. And that's not the distance, it's the traffic.
Yeah. And with home prices being quote unquote lower than Austin, comes with a lot of competition and competing to get a house.
Sure.
So that's why you need the right agent to navigate you throughout this market and set the right expectations for you.
Local expert.
So you're not getting your hopes up for nothing and then being bummed out when you find this house that you absolutely love, but no, it's going to sell for way more than what it's listed at.
On the flip side, being that it is growing so much, there's a lot of new inventory constantly coming onto the market. So when you guys come in and start looking at homes, the house you see today may not be there tomorrow, but then there's going to be 2 or 3 more that pop onto the market. So the opportunities are there. You just got to make sure you're being guided in the right direction with it. All right, guys, here's another thing to consider that could be a con if you're moving to Kyle. So at the moment, there's no Costco or Sam's Club or anything nearby because everything's still being built out. So if you needed to do that kind of shopping, you're looking at driving into South Austin to do it or going further south to San Marcos to do it, which not a huge major inconvenience, but inconvenient enough to mention it.
Yeah. And I mean, could we have one in the next 10 years? Sure. But it might take that long.
Yeah.
And especially like from the restaurant side of things, like owning a business, we have to go up north to go buy our supplies. And my cousin in San Marcos actually goes to San Antonio to buy his supplies.
Okay. So that's something to consider, guys. It's not, it'll probably change. Like Wayne said, in the next 7 to 10 years, you'll probably see some of those things popping up in Kyle. But just know that it's going to take a little bit of time for it to get there.
Could be sooner.
Could be sooner. But
who knows?
Who knows? All right, another pro for Kyle. There are more homeowners than renters, okay? And what that's gonna mean for you guys coming into Kyle is that a lot of times when you have a bunch of homeowners, it keeps the property values up and people tend to take better, not to say that renters don't take care of their properties, but when you're the owner, you're more invested into the property that you're living in and you're more likely to keep it up looking sharp, looking great, keeping all those property values up. And this area, I say property values, but this area really is taking care of itself with property values at the moment. But long term, more homeowners equals better care for the properties. Just does.
Yeah. And also wanted to point out, Kyle does have a lower tax rate than a surrounding city of Buda. I believe the tax rate is about 2.54 right now. Compared to some communities in Buda, it's 3.03.
Ooh, ouch.
So another con of Kyle, I would probably say, is nightlife. If you're a younger, single, you know, one like to party every weekend, Kyle could be or couldn't be ideal for you, depending on if you're willing to travel, or, you know, a short drive to either Austin or San Marcos. It's about 10 miles south.
So the pro side to that, and I'm going to turn this, there's a positive side to this. So like Wayne said, if you're into the nightlife that's local, close by, you're not going to have it. However, Kyle does, and this is a statistic I read on niche.com, it does have a lot of young professionals buying homes there. And what they do for entertainment is they travel into, you're close enough to downtown Austin to where you can catch an Uber or a Lyft or whatever it is, go into downtown Austin, have your fun nightlife, and then come back home. And it's not a terrible, terrible distance to have that. Remember that video I made about the things to know before moving to Texas about insects? These little mosquitoes have been buzzing around us this entire time. Oh! Alright guys, maybe Kyle's for you, maybe it's not. Maybe we missed some things. What do you guys think? Is there anything that you'd like to know about? Anything you want to hear about? Drop a comment below, let us know, and we'll answer your questions. Again, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up. That really helps our channel grow.
Remember guys, reach out to us with any questions about real estate in general. Call, text, emails. Days, nights, weekends, we're here to help you when moving to Austin, Texas. So, till the next video, catch you later.